Hey players, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going over 10 tips that are essential to keep in mind when fighting in Mortal Kombat 1. Now stick around all the way towards the end, because if you know and remember these tips and master them, you'll win every single fight in Mortal Kombat 1. So without further ado, let's punch right into it. Now guys, starting off, I know this one is a bit like, come on, it's obvious kind of, we know this, but you have to block. I cannot stress it enough, guys. Like, blocking is so much more important than you actually realize, because like there could be times where you, like, if you don't not click hold block for 1 second, you're ruined. They're gonna do a whole combo on you. And honestly, the one thing you want to make sure to do is when the person is attacking you with whatever character, make sure that whatever their combo they're trying to do on you, you fully block it all the way out. Because if you miss, like I'm telling you, if you miss one block and they hit you, they could chain it into a whole combo and get rid of like half of your health. Trust me guys, it's happened to me and I've done it to other people. But you got to make sure that that does not happen. And the more you block, like you got to slow them down some way, and you got to like mess up their flow in their like combo. And then right when they're like right off guard, like you got to attack, because then if you don't, like, blocking is a key. Now guys, the next tip, I know it might sound a little obvious, but make sure whatever character you're using, you know like their abilities. Because for example, I main Baraka, right? And I'm like not too familiar. I have like 2 more moves I gotta like get down and learn for him. And the thing is that players, online players could tell, especially like really good players, like I'm talking 95 and 99 win-loss ratio. They could literally like tell 100% like what move, like the repetitive move that you're doing. So let's say you're doing one solid move over and over and over again, you obviously adapt to it and be able to counter it. And if that's the one main move you know how to do and like chain it into other combos, it's gonna go bad because he's just gonna block it every single time. So important thing is to know how to flow and just get everything down. Now another tip I gotta give you guys, this is more for your like win-loss ratio. If let's say there's a player, right, that's like level like that has like, let's say 0 and 0, or like let's say 10 and 15, 1v1 him. And if you win, try to like 1v1 him as much as possible, like rematch him until he leaves, because then that'll substantially help your win-loss ratio. I mean, even though like lower level people after a while, like I have like 50 and something, I forgot guys. I've been grinding this game out, but once you have like a certain high amount, like the lower level players aren't going to want to play with you because they think that you're a sweat. So it's important to make sure, especially if you're starting out now, to like capitalize off of like the lower level players, especially if you're like really good at this game, because it'll be easy to boost up your win-loss ratio for sure, trust me. Guys, another tip I got for you is make sure you take an advantage of your special moves, because trust me guys, my Baraka's special move, like his barrage or whatever the ability is called, it's probably on screen now. It basically like launches them into the air, which leads to further like combos, which is really good. So whatever special moves you have, to like make sure to fully take advantage of it in the fight, because if you don't, you'll probably be doing like the same like amount of damage, but there's so much more potential with the special moves, and like it could like you could have so much more combos and get rid of the fight so much faster. But be careful that your enemy doesn't block it and like you don't use it often, to where like he knows, oh yeah, he's gonna do that all the time, because that's the only thing he knows how to do to lead combos, you know what I mean? So just make sure to have a lot of variety when you're using your special moves, and even in the air as well. Just make sure you know when to use them, and don't use the same one too often. Now guys, the next tip I can give you is like just more for beginners that first loaded up the game and downloaded it and are about to play their first match or the story. It's important to stick to one character that you like, which is why I also recommend doing the story first, so that you could figure out which character suits you more and which one you have an easier time killing the other character with. And like me, I've mastered every single character, guys. Like, you don't understand, I'm insane at this game. Like, you do not want to find yourself against me in a match, guys, trust me. But for now, for those of you who are beginners, my advice to you is to stick to 2 characters that you can master, or usually start off with one. Like mine, the first one I started off with was Baraka, and then I moved on to like Smoke and Scorpion and other characters. So yep, if you want to get better at every single character, do it one at a time for sure. Now guys, another tip I have to give to you is to make sure to use your Kameo character wisely. Cameos is a big new feature in Mortal Kombat 1. The idea is that you can call upon one of many different fighters, both past and present, to assist you during combat. So basically, you want to pick a character that complements your primary character. So for example, if I'm using Sub-Zero, I've seen a lot of people use Frost as well, which is a good because ice combos, you know, she could like freeze you up, and Sub-Zero can also freeze you up, which can open you up to a lot of combos. And also I've seen a lot of Sub-Zeros and Sectors, and I also use Sector when I main Baraka. So you got to make sure whatever Kameo character you use complements your playstyle and whatever like the way that your primary character fights, and to use them properly, because they only have like 2 charges and then they have to recharge for you to use them again. So like for example, you could use like for example Baraka's combo and like mix it up, and then get Sector to shoot missiles at the enemy. You know, there's many different ways to utilize them, and make sure to utilize them wisely because you only have 2 charges, so be sure to know what you're doing with them. Now guys, the next tip I gotta give you is to learn every single character and the way they play. And a way that could help you is by playing the story mode, because you get to play a lot with a lot of characters, and the AI is also fighting with a lot of characters. So you get to learn a lot of characters in the process while playing the story. And the reason why I'm saying this is because let's say you're fighting someone and you don't really know what to expect from them. It's important to know what to expect with every character, with like their combos, special moves, etc. so that you can know how to counteract it in the fight. You know the gaps. So for example, if you're fighting someone and they're doing a combo on you, you have to know when the right move is to interrupt it, or just like right after throw a punch in. And as well, during the combo you can armor through it and then start your own combo of your choice. And the reason why I say this is because, like, let's say, like, for example, like, you're probably seeing it on screen now. I'm getting, like, there's nothing I could do to stop this, like, this combo from happening, or else I'll get comboed on, so I have to stay blocking. But if I armor through it, that'll allow me to, like, counteract whatever they did. And, like, so don't really attack. What I'm trying to say here is don't attack unnecessarily right in the middle, whatever person that's doing the combo it, because then it will just mess it up and you'll lose even more health than you have to. So just learn when to armor through and when to attack at the right moment after their combo or even during their combo. Alright guys, the next tip is to make sure you have your settings on point. So if you like the default buttons, and you let's say you like front punch as like X or A, whatever you have it as, leave it like that. But if you want to like change it, like for example you don't like that block as R2 or RT or whatever platform you're on, then you could change it, of course. But just make sure your buttons are easier like to reach, and you know what you're doing with the buttons when you're in a fight, because that's the most important thing, like knowing what button does what. Because trust me guys, even I forgot what button does what. I'm like, hello, why isn't this combo working? And it was because I was clicking the wrong button. So just make sure your buttons and your settings are ready for the battle. So players, the last tip I can give you is to make sure to have fun and never give up on your character. Because I get it guys, when I was first starting out and playing as Baraka, I didn't know, like I thought, dang, this character is too hard to learn, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm getting my ass kicked, you know. So it's just important to make sure to never give up on your character, because you could be really good with him and you won't regret it guys, trust me, like for sure. I was thinking about quitting, but and also when you learn your second character, just make sure whatever character you pick to main, and like whatever tool it is, stick to them, because I know that you guys will get great at them and be able to win every fight you encounter. So players, that's a wrap on 10 essential tips that you need to master and keep in mind when playing Mortal Kombat 1. Now let me know down below, which tip were you lacking in? Because come on guys, I know that at least one of these tips you needed to work on more. Like for me, it was the blocking always, and I had to learn to, even now I still have to learn to master it. But I'm curious to hear what you guys are struggling with. And guys, I'm online, like my name is Plink-kendaforce on PlayStation, so if you want to add me, and confront me, I'll play as Baraka and beat you so bad, I cannot wait. But yes guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all in the Earth realm. Peace out.